yogis, and welcome to our part 2 in this series of yoga for arthritis. This is the mat version, and we're going to continue building strength in our muscles to support the joints, as well as moving the joints to encourage that synovial fluid, the fluid that bathes the joint, and increasing our blood supply to our joints as well. So if you're ready, grab a mat. I will be using 2 blocks. You don't have to, but you might find it just gives you a little bit more space. But otherwise, join me on the mat.
Let's begin seated at the back of the mat. You can either be kneeling in Vajrasana as I am here, I'm using 1 block to sit on, or you can be in Sukhasana, easy pose, cross-legged. Tall through the centre channel, head over heart, heart over pelvis. You can have your palms one on top of the other, or on your thighs, face down or face up, and notice the breath. Close off the eyes. This is time for us now. On an exhale, lower the right ear to the shoulder. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, left ear to the shoulder. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, right to the shoulder. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, left to the shoulder. Inhale, neutral. Keep going with your breath. You lower the ear towards the shoulder on an exhale, and you come back up to neutral on an inhale. Lovely. We're coming into the base position. So I like to sit up on a block, but you don't need to use a block if you don't want to. Sitting up tall, legs out long in front, and then making sure that we've got the navel up and in, lumbar spine in its natural curve, lean back on the hands. We're doing kneecap contraction, so on an inhale, you're just squeezing your kneecap up towards your thighs, hold for 3 seconds, and then release. On the inhale, you contract the kneecap, count for 3, and then exhale, release the kneecap. We're doing 10 of these. The knees bear the whole weight of the body and doesn't have any strong muscles to support it, and it's very vulnerable to injuries and arthritis and sprains and strains. So all these knee asanas that we're doing really help to strengthen the quadriceps, the ligaments that support the knee, and help to rejuvenate the knee joint. So on the inhale, contract the kneecap, hold for 3, on the exhale, release the kneecaps. Sit back up, bend into the right knee and hold behind the thigh. Making sure you're still tall through the spine, navel up and in. On an inhale, straighten the leg and the arms will straighten. And on an exhale, bend that knee back in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, bring the knee in. Keep going with your breath. So on the inhale, you straighten. And on the exhale, you bring that knee back in. We're doing 10 on each side. Keep that navel up and in. Don't collapse into the lumbar spine. So we're working quite hard here, even though it looks very simple. Bring the foot back to the floor, straighten that knee, and then switch sides. So clasp behind the left thigh, knee bent in, foot just off the ground. Inhale, extend the leg and the arms straighten. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale on the straightening. Exhale on the bending. We're halfway. Really try to feel what the muscles are doing in the leg, the knee, the tummy, the arms. Try to notice all the sensations in the body. 2 more. Oh, I like. And now straighten both legs, bend back into the right knee. Again, hold behind the thighs and we're rotating. So imagine trying to do a circle with the lower leg. You inhale on the up, exhale on the down. Trying to straighten the knee as much as possible on the up. Whichever way you were going, rotate in the opposite direction. Inhaling on the up of the arc, exhaling on the down. It won't rotate far, it's just a small circle that you're doing. Place that foot back down and straighten the right leg, and then bend into the left, hold behind the thigh and make a circle with the lower leg this way round. Inhaling on the up, try to straighten the knee, exhaling on the down. Toe pointed. Rotate in the opposite direction now. Inhaling on the up, exhaling on the down. Still keeping that navel up and in to support our lumbar spine and work our core. Bring the foot back down, extend the knee, shake your legs out a little bit. Come into cross-legged if that's comfortable, or you can come into kneeling. We're coming into a seated twist. Left hand onto the right knee, swim the right fingertips behind, inhale length, exhale twist. On each inhale, think length with the spine, and on the exhale, think twist, but do not force your twist round. The lengthening in the spine is the most important part. Inhale back to the front. Then switch sides, right hand to the left knee, left fingers behind, inhale length, exhale twist. 3 breaths. Inhale back to the front. Should I say return to the front? Keeping that navel up and in, we're coming forward onto all fours. So you can roll forward over your knees, or you can bring both legs round to one side to come onto tabletop. Whichever you choose, just make sure you keep that navel up and in and move mindfully. Tabletop. Hips over the knees, wrists under the shoulders, feet parallel, navel up and in, not collapsing through the shoulder blades. Really pushing away from the yoga mat with the hands and the lower legs. Working hard here. Inhale into our cow. Lower the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curling from the tailbone into our cat. Great for our spine, for our facet joints. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale into the cat stretch. Doming up through the shoulder blades as much as you can. Chin is the last thing to come towards the chest. 1 more. Inhale, cow. Keeping the elbows straight. Exhale, cat. Oh, lovely. Yummy stretches. good for us every day. Return to neutral, curl the toes, carefully sit back on your heels, move your little toe aside if it's being squashed. This is intense on the toes, so if you need to rise up at any point, we're giving our wrists a bit of love here, so rotate them around, then rise up and carefully step the left foot through. We're coming into a low lunge. Make sure the knee is not going beyond the ankle. So you can have your blocks on their highest or on a lower level, or even hands to the mat. You'll find where your body is happy with its stretch. Place the right hand in line with the left foot and open up on an inhale with the left arm. And on the exhale, bring it down. Open up to an easy twist on the inhale, exhale, frame the foot. You can bring your blocks a bit higher. If you're using blocks, lift your back knee into a runner's lunge stretch. And just stretch here, spiking that back heel towards the back of the mat. Lower the back knee, push through that front heel, and you can use your blocks to help bring you back up. Let's switch to the other side. Bring the right foot forward into our low lunge position, knee over the ankle. Back toes can be curled or flat, yogi's choice. Find the height with your blocks that is comfortable, but that you can feel a lovely stretch through that front left thigh and hip, the hip flexor area. Or you may not need blocks at all. Left hand in line with the right hand. On an inhale, open up to an easy twist on the right side. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, frame the foot either on the blocks, choose the height for your blocks that is comfortable, or on the mat, and then see if you can lift that back knee, runner's lunge. Breathing here. Lower the back knee on an exhale, push through that front heel. Again, you can use your blocks if you need to bring yourself back up. Preparing to stand. I'm just moving my blocks out the way. Rise up to standing, mountain at the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart, kneecaps lifted so our quads are engaged, hip points shining forward so our tailbone is long but not tucked. Navel up and in, tall through the centre channel, head over heart, over pelvis. Arms by our side. Inhale, rise up onto tiptoe, arms overhead, volcano. This is challenging. Exhale, back down. You can incorporate the head if you would like. Inhale, arms up onto tiptoe. Exhale, come back down, chin to chest. Inhale, arms up. Onto tiptoe. This is not easy. It's a balancing. Exhale down. We're coming into triangle now. So step the right toes towards the back of the mat. Foot in line with the long edge. Left toes in line with the short edge. Tall through the centre channel. Arms out to the side. Bump the hips to the left. Lean to the right on an inhale. Exhale. Hinge. Wherever you are, do not try to reach further down. You want to imagine that you're between two panes of glass so your body stays upright. Breathing here. Exhale, look down at your toes, fire up your core. Inhale, rise back up, hands to the waist. Turn the right toes in, so both feet are now in line with the short edge, toes slightly turned in. Grab your blocks. Inhale, think length. Exhale, folding forward from the hips with the flat back. Come down onto your blocks, or hands on the thighs if you don't have blocks. Now, if that feels lovely and fine and you think you can go further, if your hamstrings and inner thighs will let you, then lower the blocks. Make sure that you're keeping a flat back, that you're not rounding through the lumbar spine. And again, see if you want to go a bit lower, and you may find that your hands come down to the mat, but equally they may not, and that is absolutely fine. Breathing here. If your hands are on the floor or the blocks, come onto fingertips, then exhale onto the waist, inhale with a micro bend, rise up. Turn the left toes out, coming into triangle on this side, so tailbone long, navel up and in, arms to the side, bump the hips to the right, inhale to the left, and on the exhale, hinge. Lovely side stretch for the body, both sides of the body. We don't collapse into the side we're leaning over to. On an exhale, look down at your toes, lift your pelvic floor, navel in, inhale, rise back up, hands to your waist, and then bring the back foot up to meet the front foot, mountain pose at the top of the mat. I'm just coming so to face you, coming into tree pose, bring the weight onto your left leg. You can either have the toes on the mat, or have the foot against the calf, or against the inner thigh, never against the knee. Hip point staying forward, hands to heart center. If you're up against the foot is against the thigh, you're pushing the thigh into the foot, foot into the thigh, and if you would like, you can grow your tree. On an exhale, hands down to heart center. This is challenging. Inhale, extend the leg forward with the toe pointed. Exhale, flex and bring it back down. March it out. Wonderful. Now, if you're struggling with balance, it can actually be helpful to come off of the mat, because the mat can actually make it a little bit harder. So let's find our tree on this side. So either toes to the floor, or you've got the foot to the inner calf, or up to the inner thigh. Squeezing the foot against the thigh, thigh against the foot, hip points facing forward. Grow your tree. Exhale, palms together down to heart center. Inhale, straighten that leg, point the toe. Flex the foot on an exhale, and with control, which I didn't there, bring it back down, march it out. Let's come back down onto the mat for Vajrasana, cobbler's pose. I like to sit up on a block to do this, but again, you don't have to if you don't want to. Soles of the feet together, bring them comfortably in towards, I'm just going to turn face to face you so you can see a bit easier. Bring the heels to a comfortable level in towards the groin. Sit up tall through the centre channel, and on an exhale you lean forward from the hips, not the spine, keeping the chin parallel to the mat. You will not come forward very far, and that's absolutely fine. Inhale, rise back up, then move the feet slightly further in front. Inhale, length, exhale, lean forward as far as you can comfortably, then round, palms up. So while we've got a rounded spine, we cannot be tempted to pull ourselves deeper. Lovely pose. Inhale, using your hands, rise yourself back up. Bring your knees together. Come off of your block. And let's come down into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Feet as wide as the mat, taking up space. Let the feet drop out to the side. Arms out to the side, palms up. Let the breath return to normal. Notice the breath, but do not try to control the breath. Let the body integrate all the work it has done. Start to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes, rotate your wrists and ankles, stretch up overhead, lovely, lovely stretch. Bend into the knees so the feet are on the mat, roll onto one side, and then bring yourself up to any seated position that is comfortable for you. Hands up overhead, palms together, bringing in all that wonderful healing, nurturing energy down to your heart centre. Bow your head to your hands, thanking yourself for taking this time to look after your body. Namaste. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're finding it. So click the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And thank you so much for watching.